All right, decided I'll try something a little different here. We're going to play a game from today. It's Sunday, August 4th. Thought I'd play the Baltimore Cleveland game. Burns against Williams. Controlling Cleveland. And let's play the game and see what happens. Honestly, I feel a lot better playing 70s, 80s, and 90s baseball. I know the games and the players better. I don't watch as much current baseball, but I'm going to do my best to play today's game. We got Cowser leading off against Williams. Obviously, two really good teams. Cleveland, I think, might have the best record in baseball right now. Not sure. It's really close. There's a lot of bunching up with the teams right now. There's a lot of parity in the game this year. A lot of teams close in terms of wins and losses. And Cowser singles on a ground ball to center, and the game is underway. We got Anthony Santander against Williams, and he's going to walk. So the Birds with an early threat here, first and second. Nobody out for the Orioles, and Gunnar Henderson's going to come up. Ooh, just missed a home run, but it's going to be a force play ground out. So he's going to be first and third, one out. And Ryan O'Hearn's going to get the at bat. Look at this, runner on first, going to maybe try and get to second, but he cannot get the lead on Williams. So he's going to stay where he is. First and third, one out. O'Hearn swinging the bat. And struck him out. Big strikeout for Williams. Leaves the runner on third now. Two out. They can't get the run in. So now they're going to need a hit with Rutschman. Adley Rutschman's going to have to try and drive this run in with two outs. And he's going to do it. Look at this. This could be a triple. 1-6 is a triple. And he gets the three. So the split reading is kind to the Orioles. Rutschman triples in 2 runs, and the Orioles get an early 2-0 lead. Eloy Jimenez is going to swing now. New acquisition for the Orioles with a chance to add to their lead, and he's going to do it. This is going to be either a single or a double, and the Orioles are going to go up 3-0. It's going to be a base hit and a clutch hit with 2 out. So a triple by Rutschman, a single by Jimenez, and the Orioles lead at 3-0. Runner on first, 2 out, and Mullins will swing, and he's got himself a base hit. Let's see if this gets to the wall. It's a double is 1-4, and it's a 1. So now we might be able to score the run. Let's see if it's going to be just 2 bases. No chance here. They don't give me the option. So second and third, 2 out for Mayo, righty. He's going to have to try and get him out. Or Indians need a big out here, and they get it with a strikeout. So the Orioles score 3 early, and it's 3-0. Bottom 1. Indians, the Guardians are going to have to fight back now. Burns against Kwan, and there is a ground out to second, 1 out, nobody on. Lane Thomas against Corbin Burns, obviously a great pitcher. Struck out Thomas, 2 out. So Burns, tough to give Burns 3 runs early. His ERA is under 3, I believe. So the Guardians are going to have to really work for it. See how many times I call them the Indians. And there's a ground out. So an easy first inning for Burns. He gets Jose Ramirez, and we're going to go top 2. Jackson Holliday is going to lead it off against Williams. 3-0 early for the Orioles. And Holliday grounds out, 1 out. And that's going to bring up Colton Cowser. Cowser's 1 for 1 already today, and he's going to strike out. So Williams settling down a little here in the top of the second. Anthony Santander. And that's going to be a flyout. So Williams does settle down in the second. Settles the game down. 3-0 bottom 2. Josh Naylor is going to have to try and get something going against Burns. And there's a possible single, 1-14. And it's a 20. So nothing going right so far for Cleveland. It's 1 out, nobody on. David Fry will swing. And he struck him out. So nothing doing there. 2 out. Corbin Burns in control early. Andres Jimenez will swing. And that's going to be a ballpark effect. Let's see. The ballpark effect is going to be single 1-8. So he needs a 1 to 8, and he gets a 6. So he will get a base hit. First hit for Cleveland. Runner on first. 2 out. Tyler Freeman will swing. And he will make out. So that is going to be the last out of the inning. He bounces back to Burns. And we go top 3. Orioles up 3-0. Gunnar Henderson's going to swing against Gavin Williams. See if Williams can continue to hold this game now. There's a fly out. 1 out. For Ryan O'Hearn. Lefty swinging against the righty Williams. And that's going to be another ballpark effect. Single 1 to 8 here in Cleveland. And it's a 9. So he just misses there. And they're going to change that line out into a ground out. So right back to Williams. 2 out for Adley Rutschman. See what Rutschman can do. And he's going to maybe get a base hit. 1 to 13. 1 to 13 for a single, and it's 14, so no good. We're going to go bottom 3. Orioles up 3-0. Burns with a nice lead to work with. And Daniel Schneemann will swing. Have not seen much of Schneemann, as I have not seen a lot of games this year. Certainly not a lot of out-of-town games. I've seen some Yankees and Mets games. And he is on with a single. Runner on first, nobody out. Austin Hedges will swing. And we have a balk. So the super advanced balk there. And we get a runner on second, nobody out for Hedges. One of the nice features of super advanced, you roll the 20-sided die for possible wild pitches and balks and all that kind of good stuff. Hedges grounds out to second, so we get a runner on third, 1 out. In the Guardians with a chance to get on the board. It's going to be Stephen Kwan against Corbin Burns. And that's going to be a sac fly, I believe, so that is going to get the first run in. It's a fly ball B, which with a runner on third brings the run in. Wasn't a question mark. If it was a question mark, we would have had to try it, but that was a straight fly ball B. 3-1 bottom 3, 2 out, nobody on now. Lane Thomas up. The Guardians trying to chip away at this deficit, and Thomas strikes out, but they do get a run and make it a little bit of a game. 3-1 top 4. Eloy Jimenez will bat against Gavin Williams, and he will ground out. 1 out. And that brings up Mullins, Cedric Mullins. And that's going to be a ballpark chart result. We got a 1 to 8 for a single, but a 15 is not going to be good enough. And Max will change that to something. It'll pop up to second. So 2 out for Kobe Mayo. And that is a base hit. Base hit for Kobe Mayo. So we got a runner on first. 2 out for Jackson Holiday. I like Jackson. I use Jackson Holiday in MLB The Show. It has a ground out, though, so that is the end of the inning. We go bottom 4. And Corbin Burns will face Jose Ramirez. Speaking of MLB The Show, I love hitting with Jose Ramirez in MLB The Show. There's a strikeout, so there's 1 out. Cleveland needs some base runners to try and get back into this. Josh Naylor, lefty against Corbin Burns, a righty. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Burns continues to pitch well. He's given up a run and 2 hits. We're in the 4th. David Fry will take his at-bat. And we have a possible home run. He is in power. So this is a possible home run. 1 to 15. And a 2. And Cleveland cuts the lead to 3-2. And we got a ball game. Solo homer for David Fry. High drive to left center field. And it's a 1-run game. Andres Jimenez will swing. Burns giving up some runs here. It's a fly to center. 2 out. Good ball game. 3-2 bottom 4. And that was the third out. I'm sorry. That was the third out of the inning. So it's 3-2. We're going to go top 5. Colton Cowers is going to lead off against Gavin Williams. That was the third out of that inning. So we move to the top of the 5th, and that's a strikeout. 1 out. Nobody on for Anthony Santander. And there's a ground ball, first base. Naylor takes care of it. 2 out, nobody on for Gunnar Henderson. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Williams has settled down nicely after that rough first inning, and he's held the Orioles to those 3 runs. And the Guardians have chipped away. It's 3-2, bottom 5. Tyler Freeman will lead off against Burns. Freeman has some speed if he can get on, and he does get on with a hit by pitch. So he's on first, nobody out, and Schneemann up. Let's see if we can get a lead. Let's see if we can get a lead here. Runner edges away, and he's going to go. So let's see if we can get to second here. Catcher's going to throw. 1-12 safe. And we get the steal. So we get the tying run into scoring position with nobody out. Runner on second. Nobody out. Schneemann is going to swing. I'm not a big fan of the bunt. And he does pop up to second. 1 out, runner on second. Runner's already in scoring position, though, so they just need a hit from someone. Austin Hedges. Runner on second, 1 out. And he is going to have a chance for a home run here. 1-8. Oh, it's an 11. Close call, but the fly ball does not make it into the seats. 80% chance. I'm not going to make the last out at third. We're going to hold him at second. So it's going to be 2 out with a runner on second. Runner's going to hold. I don't want to make the third out. It was 80%, but I don't want to risk it. We still need a hit to get him in, so let's see if Kwan can drive him in with 2 outs. Lefty Kwan against righty Burns, and he's going to walk. So first and second, 2 out. Burns in a little bit of trouble here, bottom 5. He almost gave up the home run that would have actually given him the lead. And here's Lane Thomas. And Thomas pops out. Oh, there's the clutch factor. That's a clutch reading. It would have been a single, but with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, those clutch marks come into effect. And hits turn into outs, and outs turn into hits. So what Strat's saying is Lane Thomas is not clutch. And so that hit that would have been normally a hit, it turns into a pop out and a big swing right there. Burns gets out of it. 3-2 top 6. So there the clutch factor in Strat-O-Matic comes into play with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. See here, Ryan O'Hearn has that clutch mark here on a flyout. So with 2 out and runners in scoring position, this would actually turn into a hit. So they're saying Ryan O'Hearn is clutch. So that's a cool feature of Strat. We're going to go top 6. Williams pitching. O'Hearn is up. So the lack of clutch from Lane Thomas turned that hit into an out. Now we got a split reading this way, and that's a base hit. So a leadoff single for the Orioles. Up 3-2 top 6. Good ball game. O'Hearn is a C stealer. Rutschman is up. He's probably not going anywhere. And that is going to be a walk. So Williams getting into some trouble. First and second, nobody out for Jimenez, who's a righty. Gavin Williams also a righty. First and second, nobody out. Hate to have this game get away. Do I let him pitch? Tough one. Tough one. Do I let him pitch? Let's make a decision here. I don't know how the Orioles use their bullpen. I haven't seen them play enough. So I'm going to bring in Gaddis. Gaddis is going to come in. We're going to try and hold this game. First and second, nobody out. And Jimenez is going to swing against Gaddis. This is a big point in this ball game. Good hitter up. First and second, nobody out. Big point in this ball game. And oh man, this is a home run 1-4. Fly out 5-20. And it is a fly out. So deep fly ball by Jimenez, but it does not reach the seats. And it's going to be first and second, 1 out for Cedric Mullins. And there's a line out to short. So 2 out. Managing decision working out so far. Kobe Mayo is going to bat against Gaddis. Fly ball to center. and he gets out of the inning. So it worked. First and second, nobody out. I didn't want the game to get away there. I thought it was a crucial point in the game with some good hitters coming up, and the move worked. So we go bottom six. Burns still out there. 3-2. He's holding on to that one-run lead. Jose Ramirez leads it off, and he's going to ground out. 1 out. So Cleveland's going to have to get something going. Josh Naylor. And there's a ground out. Ground out to second. So 2 out, nobody on. Burns holding on to that one-run lead. That's right around his ERA, 2 or 3 runs. And that's going to be a possible double 1-6. But it's going to be a single. It's an 11. Fry can run a little bit. 2 out. Andres Jimenez up. 2 out, runner on first. See if we can get the lead. Let's see if we get the lead here. It's 50-50. Nah, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Let's let Jimenez swing. Let's let Jimenez swing. And he pops it up to short. He was in the right column. The 2 column was where he wanted to be, but he still found the pop out. So we go top 7. We're probably pushing Gaddis already. Let's see. He did his job in the 6th. At the bottom of the order. And we'll see who are there other. Obviously, Clause's their closer. Who else did they use? Maybe Lively. What are his stats for the year? 10-6, so he's a starter, so no good. Sorry. Who else do they use in their bullpen? Herron's a lefty. I want to bring in a lefty. What about Morgan? How much has Morgan pitched this year? 198 ERA in 14 innings. Right-hander, decent whip. Let's use Eli Morgan. See if he can hold this game. And he's facing Jackson Holiday. And single 1-6. And it's a 16. So it's out. 1 out. And Cowser will bat. And he's going to ground out to second. So that's 2 out, nobody on for Anthony Santander, the switch hitter. And he's going to ground out. So good job by Morgan. And we go bottom 7. 3-2. And Freeman will bat against Burns. And he will fly. Again, he was in the right column, but it's a fly out. 1 out. And Schneemann, the lefty, against Burns, the righty. There's a walk, so they get a base runner. He's an E-stealer, so he's not going anywhere. Runner on first, 1 out for Hedges. Let's see what Hedges can do. And there's fly ball X reading and a fly out. To Cowser and left, 2 outs, and we go to Kwan. Kwan is 0 for 1 in the game. Here he's got a chance at a base hit, 1-14. This would be a big split reading for Cleveland. But they don't get it, 18. Oh, that would have been huge. They would have got the tying run into scoring position. So it's top 8, 3-2. And Morgan has not thrown that many pitches, but I have a feeling I'm pushing him too. We got Henderson, O'Hearn, and Rutschman, and Jimenez. Let's see what our bullpen looks like. Who else can we use here? I don't know who else they use in their pen. It would have really helped if I spent a little bit more time looking at their rosters. Sandlin's 6-0. He's a start. He's got a save, 3.63 ERA, 40 innings. Smith, how many innings has he pitched? He's pitched 53 innings. Let's pitch Smith. Put Smith in the game. It's 3-2, top 8. Smith coming in against Henderson. 1-9, and that's a strikeout. So Henderson's out, 1 away. The Indians have done a great job. The Guardians have done such a great job. And since the first inning, giving up those 3 runs, they have held them. Bullpen's been great so far. Here's a possible hit, though, from O'Hearn. 1-2 double, 320 single, and it's a single. Almost got it. Runner on first, 1 out. O'Hearn's a C runner. Rutschman's up. Switch hitter, batting left against Smith. And he pops it up. 2 out. Runner on first. Cleveland's trying to keep this a 1-run game. Jimenez righty against Smith. And he strikes out. So the Cleveland bullpen has been terrific. We go bottom 8, 3-2. And Lane Thomas is going to bat against Corbin Burns, or is he? Right fielder. Gonna let him hit. Bottom 8. See if we can get a base hit. And this is going to be a 1-18 single. So he might reward me here with my faith in him, and he does get a base hit. So he's on, and he's an ace stealer. So now the question is, ace stealer, runner on first. Ramirez up. I'm going to let Ramirez swing. And it's going to be against a new pitcher, Perez coming in. Against Ramirez. So we get Burns out of the game. He's a +9 hold. Let's try and get the lead. We got an ace stealer on. Let's try and get the lead. Got a big chance if he gets the lead to steal his base. And he gets the lead. So he is able to get a lead. And the catcher doesn't even bother throwing. So tying run at second. Nobody out. Getting interesting. 1-run game. 3-2. Bottom 8. Runner on second. Nobody out for Jose Ramirez. Perez the lefty in the game. And that's going to be a walk. So Cleveland getting something going here. First and second. Nobody out. Clase getting up in the bullpen for Cleveland. Hoping to get the lead here, or even a tie game would bring him in. Josh Naylor's going to bat against Perez. Or is, yeah, I think I got to let Naylor hit. Going to let Naylor hit. Got to get in that 3 column. Fly ball B, question mark. 1 out. First and second for David Fry. And there's a base hit. That's a big hit for Fry. Let's see if we can score. We should be able to score the run. He's got good speed. And we are, well, the lead runner is 65%. Wow, with 1 out. 1 out. I'm going to hold him. It's not enough for me. Bases loaded, 1 out. I don't want to risk it here. It wasn't a high enough percentage for me. We're going to load the bases with 1 out. Big moment in this game. Andres Jimenez is up. Let's see if he's going to hit. Jimenez is second base. Got a switch hitter batting 209, so he's going to hit. He's going to hit. Bases loaded. 1 out. Jimenez up. Lefty against Perez. He's going to hit. And he's got himself a extra base hit. That's a double, and it could clear the bases. Guardians are going to take the lead. I'm going to hold them 50% for the lead runner. So we're only going to score 2, but they're going to take the lead. What an inning. Bottom of the 8th. They come all the way back here. They were down 3-0 in the first. They lead at 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Second and third. 1 out for Freeman. He's going to swing now with the lead. And we're going to get a new pitcher. Cano coming in. So Baltimore running into trouble here in the bottom of the 8th. Freeman's going to bat. I've been rewarded by leaving these guys in so far, and he's going to walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. I've let these guys play. We got the lefty Schneemann against the righty, so he's going to stay in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. Orioles need a double play. Here's a split reading. They're going to need a single. They're going to need a 1. They get a 3. Is that a double play? No, it's just a force play, so they're going to get an insurance run, unless they got to play at home. Yeah, it was at home. Look at this. It's a force play. First baseman to the catcher. So they prevent the run from scoring. They're able to come home with it. They had the, I guess, did they have the infield in there? But they prevent the run in the from scoring with the bases loaded. So that's a big play for the Orioles. They keep it 4-3. Bases loaded, 2 out for Hedges. And look at this. Holy cow, 1-8 is a grand slam. Ah, it's a 12. Almost hit the grand slam right up to the wall. Santander puts it away and right, that close to a granny, which would have blew the game wide open. But the Guardians take a 4-3 lead into the ninth, and obviously they got to go to their closer. It's going to be in his hands to win this game now. The Orioles, scoring 3 in the first, now need a run to tie it here in the ninth against the closer. Cedric Mullins will be the first to give it a shot. He's got to get on base. And he's going to do it with a walk. Oh, it's been a great game, and he's got speed. He's on first. Cause doesn't do a great job of holding runners on. Mayo is up. And that's a ground ball. And it's going to be a force at second. So they get him out. Runner. Oh, no, they don't. I'm sorry. Grounds out shortstop to first. And Mullins gets the second. So they were only able to get the out at first. That's huge. So the tying run is on second in scoring position. 1 out. Holiday is up. And then they go to the top with Cowser and Santander. I think we're just going to go ahead and pitch to Jackson Holiday and try and get him. And he's trying to steal third. Unable to get the lead. Wow, they tried to steal third and get to third with 1 out. But Holiday will bat. And he's going to strike out. So Orioles are going to be down to their last out. Runner on second. 2 out. Cowser is going to be up against Class A. And he struck him out. What a job by the Guardians bullpen. Williams settled down after that rough first, and the Guardians bullpen was lights out, and they come back and win this game 4-3. Very exciting game. Wow. Excellent game. Williams hung in there after that rough start. Bullpen was terrific. Everyone did a great job. Smith gets the W. Clase gets the save. Burns pitched well, ran into trouble in the 8th, ended up giving up the tying run charge to him, but Perez actually gets the loss in the blown save, and the Guardians win this one 4-3. So that was a terrific game, really good. And we'll see if that is what happens actually today. The game hasn't been played yet, so it'll be very interesting to see who wins this game. But that was fun. I may have butchered a couple of names, and I might not have followed the exact strategy that the Guardians manager would have, but it worked out, and Cleveland wins it 4-3. All right, thanks for watching.